All right, today I'm going to be showing you how to do a valve adjustment on this Honda 500. This is a 2011 model. As you can tell, it looks like it's been through the ringer. What happened was I picked this up. Somebody had listed this online. I saw it. He actually had two of them listed. One of them was in pretty rough shape, and the other one, well, this is the other one. It was in pretty rough shape as well. Got there, he was wanted to show me how well it started and ran. I just, based off of looking at it, I said, there's no chance it probably runs. He wanted to switch batteries around, hook this up, hook that up, and I just kind of took a look at it and said, I'll take it. I don't need it to run or not. Fully convinced that there was no chance that it was gonna run. Just by a couple different things here. Common problem on this model, if you pull the seat off here, but the frame on it is broken here, and several different places on this machine, this being one of them. It completely broke out here, so just to the left of the carburetor, down on the actual frame itself, underneath of the motor. Either spot on either side there, it broke. The motor itself on this side looks fairly clean. I thought, well, shoot, maybe it does run. Go to this side here, we got oil spewing out several different places there. So I brought it home, kind of stuck it in the corner of the shop. I had a customer come in. They just wanted something that didn't look nice, had four-wheel drive, start up and ran. So I thought, well, I'll just put a battery in this thing to see if this guy's telling me the truth. Found out it's got power steering. It's got 1 million miles on it, I think is what it said. Or no, it was 17,000. And like I said, put that battery on there, fired it right up, started just fine. If you can hear that, I think that you probably can. We've got a very loud valve kick on this. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna show you how to adjust the valves. And like I said, this thing is not pretty, but it did start up and run. Pulled the air box lid, and air filter looks clean, looks complete. I'm gonna change oils on it, just kind of do it a once over, and nothing cosmetic, as we would be in the hole if we started going through and replacing cosmetic parts here. So it is carbureted model, even though it's a 2011, and it's got the selectable four-wheel drive there on the dash. We've got lights over here, start button over here. We've got your typical reverse switch here, kind of the Honda's way of doing that since the 1980s. Fuel shutoff on the left-hand side there, right next to your left knee, and you've got on, off, reserve. And so right now we're in the bottom position there, the position pointing down, that's on. We've got a radiator fan underneath of there. You can see that, and you want to make sure that that's functioning and working well, as Honda has kind of been known to overheat, so just kind of keep that in mind. We've got 12-inch tires on the front, 12-inch tires on the rear, which in the past Honda has sometimes done an 11-inch, which is okay. It doesn't really matter. The thing is, it's just a little bit harder to find tires for them. So 12-inch tires are just, I think, are a little bit better. We've got your front differential there, and we'll inspect those. We'll check these CV boots, make sure they're in good condition. If there's any rips or tears, we'll want to get those replaced. Underneath there, and you probably won't be able to see it, but you'll see the underneath your dash, above your tie rods there, you'll see your power steering control gearbox. So you want to inspect that. On this model, they put the VIN number in a fantastic place, which is right here. You'd think that's great, except for from the front, you can barely read that, and this one's busted all up front, but it doesn't give you a good spot to get in and read your VIN number. So they did put a tag right here. The problem is that doesn't give you the year. So this is a TRX 500 FPMB. Color is R232, and which translates to red. So going around to the right-hand side here, we've got your oil filter on this side here. And oil drain plug is a 17 millimeter on the bottom of the machine. We've got your starter here. There's supposed to be a cover here, and also a cover on this side here. Your rear foot brakes on this side. Also, your pull starter is here. Kind of a cover right here to cover that up. Obviously, this is removed and got several different broken pieces of plastic there. Again, we're not doing anything cosmetic on this machine, or we'd be here for a very long time. Don't know what else on this side. We've got exhaust that's going to be on the left-hand side. Underneath of your right side rear is your regulator rectifier. A common problem on any power sports is a regulator rectifier. It allows current to get to the battery, charge your battery, or at least maintain it, but it regulates how much power goes to your actual battery. So if your four-wheeler is your stator is producing too much power, this will regulate that before going to your battery. And so it's important that you have a good one on here. Also, if these fail, they will cause your battery not to charge at all, or even not maintain where it's already at. So you could charge your battery up once a week, and after riding it for a couple hours, you think your battery's in good condition. If your regulator rectifier is not working properly, next time you start your four-wheeler, it'll be dead. So kind of a common problem there. And they're fairly cheap to replace. I think from the factory, don't quote me on this, but around 100, maybe even less than that. You can get them aftermarket, which I would not suggest getting a knockoff counterfeit regulator rectifier, but even a Rick's Electronics. There's a couple other good brands out there that I would suggest. Moose makes a one. And those work great. Just make sure it's a name brand aftermarket one, not a knockoff regulator rectifier. Right here is a tag. I was talking about the VIN number up front. Some of these wear off because this actually is a tag. It's not engraved in there, but you can see manufacturer date on this one is 9/10, but they consider this a 2011. So we got a storage box in the back here, and it is just held on with a rubber strap there. You've got your tail light in the back. Adjusting your rear brakes is here. We've got lower cable on this one comes from your foot pedal. Upper cable comes from your left-hand handbrake. And so those can be adjusted separately. You do want to make sure that you're not pulling on one tighter than the other. So I like to give a little bit of free play in there so that you know that you're not engaging those brakes constantly. Rear differential on this model, trailer hitch is here. Rear differential on this model has the fill plug here. You've got an oil check bolt here, which is a 10 millimeter. And then I haven't pulled the skid plate off, but typically it's a 10 millimeter underneath of this skid plate here. And sometimes they give you a hole to drain that. I do like to just pull that skid plate off just to clean dirt and debris out of there. If you've got dirt in there at all, it's hard to get to that drain bolt. So I'll give you some recommendations for oil to use on this. Comments below, and I'll tell you what oil I like to use. Front differential, same thing. You've got your fill plug right in the center there. So this is actually going to be your fill and check bolt on this one. So you fill this plug up, or fill oil up to the bottom of this fill plug here, and when it starts coming out, put that fill plug back in, and that is the level that you need to be at. Here we've got your outlet here, just power wise. You can use that to run spotlights, stuff like that. So if you've got questions or comments, make sure and leave those below. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel. I've got hundreds of other ATV service videos, so check those out if you get a chance. Thanks for watching.